Well, today I'm going to make Jello. It's a sugar-free Jello and absolutely delicious. I had missed Jello. I didn't even know I liked Jello until I couldn't have it. And so I came up with a sugar-free version, and it's amazing. So you start in a bowl, 2 tea bags, herbal tea and fruit flavored is the best. Then to that you add 2 cups of boiling water. So just pour the water in and you let that steep for 10 minutes. So I set my timer for 10 and I'll just set this to the side. So I'll tell you about some of the teas that we have used. This right here we're using is Raspberry Zinger. It's very flavorful and fruity and it tastes delicious. It's so refreshing to have Jello on a really hot day. Here in the summer in North Carolina, it gets very hot. So to have Jello is like a nice refreshing treat. So we like Raspberry Zinger. We also have tried Wild Berry Zinger. That's very good too. Again, I like the things with intense flavor. So the wild berry and the raspberry both have a nice intense flavor. Our favorite has been this elderberry, and it's Simple Truth Organic Elderberry Tea, which I'm not sure if this is a national brand or if it's just the store I get it at and this is their brand. But the elderberry tea so far has been our favorite. We have tried Celestial Seasonings Wild Forest Blackberry. I thought I would love it, but the flavor was not as intense as the raspberry or the wild berry. What I did do is I bought this sample package of Celestial Seasonings to see, okay, which one do I like? So this has Raspberry Zinger, which I found out I like Raspberry Zinger. It has Country Peach, which we actually tried last night. I didn't think I would like it, but Carl really liked it. It was refreshing and very peachy. And again, Wild Berry Zinger, we tried that, we loved it. The True Blueberry, I was a little disappointed in, but I'll have to give it another try. And we have not yet tried Black Cherry Berry. So we have a few more to try. I also have some orange flavored orange spice that I'm anxious to try out. That might be a nice fall Jello with the orange and the spice. That might be a nice flavor. And there are all sorts of herbal teas. So you can try any herbal tea you want. I think I have a Bengal spice, which is just spicy, and I love it as tea. So I'm thinking, well, I wonder how that will be in Jello. So we have 7 minutes left to go. So I'll see you back in 7 minutes. So the tea bags have been steeping for 10 minutes and now we're ready to remove them. I like to make sure I get all the flavor out of them. I add my stevia. Again, I'm using Better Stevia glycerite, which we get on Wellevate, and there's no bitter taste. It's nice and sweet. I don't really measure, I just do a couple of squirts. So it'll depend on how sweet you like things. I don't like things very sweet, so I'll taste this to see how it is. Perfect. So from here we add the gelatin. Right now I am using Great Lakes gelatin, and it's a tablespoon of gelatin. Sprinkle it on. And that takes about 3 minutes till we stir that up, so I'll time it. So I want to talk about gelatins. As I said, I use Great Lakes unflavored gelatin most of the time. However, Knox gelatin will work just as well. 1 package equals a tablespoon of gelatin. I had a hard time finding Knox gelatin, so I saw this actually at Walmart called Great Value. It's about half the price of Knox and works just as well as Knox. It's 1 packet equals a tablespoon. So any of these gelatins you can use, Great Lakes, Knox, or generic brand. So it's all fine. What I also think would be perfect, like in the berry flavored, if you have like raspberry, you could put a few raspberries in it. If you have kids, you know, put some raspberries in it. If you have a blueberry, add a few blueberries into it, and it'll just increase the flavor. And you know, around Thanksgiving time, a lot of people had Jello molds that they had for Thanksgiving. I don't know, that's a 70s thing. I'm not sure we ever had it, but anything you'd use Jello for, just make your flavored gelatin and use it in the same way, and it's perfect. So we have just about a minute left to let this proof, and I'll be back and stir it up. So the gelatin has been in for 3 minutes, and now we just stir it just to incorporate all of the gelatin. What I forgot to say is this is a great treat for PSMF days. There's no fat, no protein, no carbs. It's such a great little treat that you can have on PSMF days. We don't just have it PSMF days, we also have it anytime because it's a nice, refreshing treat. But if you need that little bit of something extra on PSMF days, this is perfect. Now, I love having you in my kitchen. However, I don't think you want to stick around overnight until this is set and that we can try it. So what I did was I made some yesterday that's all ready so that you can see what it's like already made. So here we go. So you're going to notice it's a different bowl. So this is the Jello that I made yesterday. It's the same raspberry zinger. I thought, well, let's keep it consistent. Even though you don't know, you're not tasting it, but I'll know. So look and see how that is just like Jello. You just put it in your dish and you enjoy. Other things that you could do with this, again, as I said, you could top it up with some berries. You could actually put a little whipped cream or coconut whipped cream on it for non-PSMF days, but I like it just the way it is because it is just nice and refreshing. So good.